everyone, it's Jona, and I don't even remember the last time I talked to you. I think it was after Cobra Kai, so it's been a while. That was September. I might have uploaded it in October. Anyway, yes, I'm wearing my Nevermore Academy shirt because I was accepted. Thank you for your congratulations. Yes, I finished the new Wednesday show and it was awesome, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. If you want me to talk about that, let me know in the comments because I'm perfectly willing. As you can tell from the title of this video, I had the amazing opportunity to meet the Cobra Kai cast and also someone from Stranger Things. How did this happen, you ask? Well, it wasn't supposed to happen, and then it did. It went from 0 to 100 so fast. Here is how it happened. So I was driving along, okay, one day, and then I saw this giant billboard with Elijah Wood on it, and I was like, what? And I saw that it said Steel City Con at the Monroeville Convention Center, which, like, isn't terribly far from me. And I was like, wait a minute, we never get big names here, but Elijah Wood is on that billboard. His face is huge. So I immediately, when I got home, looked it up, and sure enough, the Lord of the Rings cast was coming here. 4 hobbits, to be exact. And I know you're probably like, Johnny, you didn't see any hobbits, so what is the point of this? I'm getting there. So then I was just scrolling to see, like, who else was gonna be there. And that's when I saw it. I saw Martin, William, Jacob, and Peyton. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I'll go. But then I saw that there was Gaten and Eduardo from Stranger Things. And then I saw that Steve from Blue's Clues was gonna be there. And then I saw that Mara Wilson was gonna be there, you know, Matilda herself. And then I saw that, like, I don't know, Paula Abdul was gonna be there. And I was like, this is pretty legit. We never get people at this thing. So that was months ago. And I was like, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't. And I know what you might be thinking to yourself. You might be thinking, Jona, if you love Cobra Kai so much and Stranger Things, why wouldn't you just decide then and there to go? The thing is, I'm still extremely cautious about COVID and extremely scared about COVID. I haven't gotten COVID yet, knock on wood. Oh my gosh, I don't have any wood. I don't have any wood. Help me. Okay, we're good. And the fact that it was in December was a little bit scary to me because, you know, in the past, December has been not so great for COVID-ness. So I kind of just left it there. And I didn't really think I was going to go. But I still kept an eye on it. I kept the tab open on my phone. Just, you know, to check up on. And I was still kind of like hemming and hawing about it, thinking about going, but really not thinking I was going to go. And then I think it was last week. Okay, so like about a week ago, a week before the con, I noticed, like I was just looking at the prices because I don't know why. I noticed that all of a sudden the Cobra Kai cast was not listed for photo ops, but they were still listed as guests. And I was like, that's really weird because the photo ops had been there before. And then the next day, I noticed that Xolo was added and Peyton was taken out. And Miguel is one of my favorite characters, and I think I've said in videos before that I've wanted to meet Xolo. And so when I saw that it was Xolo, William, Martin, and Jacob, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to go to this, but I was still really scared. And then, you know who convinced me, you know who came down like the angel that they are and bestowed this upon me. It was my therapist, who I've been with for over 6 years now, I don't know, but he always has wisdom. And he said to me, he knows that I always complain. Here's something about me that you may not know. I complain all the time about not being in California and not having opportunities to see my favorite people or to go to tapings or to go to red carpets. Not that I've ever been invited to a red carpet, but maybe someday. And just being so far outside of my people and the experiences that I want to have. And he said, here you are with an opportunity to meet these people, one of these opportunities that you have been complaining about not having, and it's being handed to you here. And what does it say about you if you don't go? And that hit me like a reality 2x4, and I said, I have to go. And so I got tickets, and sure enough, last night was the night. I wore my mask, and I was brave, and I was only there for 2 hours. Not even. I think we were there for like an hour and 40 minutes. So, you know, it was a whirlwind. Basically the process, all we got were photo ops because the autographs had been earlier in the day, and Elise went with me, my best friend Elise went with me. And we both work, so no autographs, just photo ops. And the way that they work is they put you in a line, and then you go through the line, and then you get up to the celebrities, and they're like, okay, boom, next. You don't even have time to like breathe or blink or look at anything. Like, it's so fast. But I will say, pro tip, if you're ever going to something like this, have a prop. Because when I met Argyle, I'm just gonna call him Argyle. when I met Eduardo and when I met the Cobra Kai cast in a group of 4, I had a prop for each of those, and they both created a conversation. And by conversation, I mean like a 2-second interaction. But without that, it would have been like, next, picture out. So definitely bring a prop if you can, because I think it helps. When we got there, we went straight to Eduardo's line. And then we saw him come in. Like, he walked by us and nobody flinched. But I was like, hi. I don't think he saw. But like, nobody in the line did anything. And that happened again later when William and Martin walked by. But Martin did wink at me and I felt very accomplished. But like, nobody reacted in the line. I didn't understand. But anyway, so we got in his line. We get up to the thing. They're like, next. And me and Elise rush in and he's like, oh, cool. Because I had my Argyle in the pizza van pop. And he was like, oh, cool. I have one of those at home too, dude. And I was like, oh, dude, that's so cool. And he was like, and you took it out of the box. I like when people do that. And I was like, yes, I always take my pops out of the boxes. Because that's what they're meant to be like. Actually, no judgment. If you keep them in the boxes, you do you. But I just think since some of them have details on the back and they come with stands, that they're more meant to be admired outside of their box. Anyway, so I was happy that he acknowledged that and appreciated that. And then he said, like, have a good day or something. We were done. This entire interaction was like less than 10 seconds. And then we looped around. And I quickly did a quick change. I had on my 11 shirt, but I quickly threw on my Cobra Kai shirt, or my Miyagi-Do shirt, and got in line for Xolo's solo photo, which was really exciting. Elise let me have this one by myself, which was very kind of her. And Jacob was back there, which I didn't expect. He was sitting in a chair off to the side of the photo area, and he asked, do you want to take your mask off? But I didn't know it was him. Like, I didn't see him. And I was like, no, thanks. And I look over and it's Jacob asking me a question. I was not prepared. But anyway, I got my photo with Xolo and he was like, have a good one. And I was like, thanks. And the whole interaction was 5 seconds. But it was really fun. And we got a photo. And then we looped around back in line for the group of 4 photo, which was, I keep saying, Xolo, Jacob, William, and Martin. And when I walked up with Kreese Kringle, they were very excited. Jacob was like, oh, no way, I have one of those at home. And I think Xolo was like, oh, that's so funny. And William was like, Kreese Kringle. And then we took our photo and William asked me if I wanted to take my mask off. And I was like, no, thanks, I'll keep it on. And then as I was leaving, Martin was like, hey, that's Kreese Kringle. Put him on your tree. And I was like, I will, sir. And that was it. After that, we kind of roamed around the con a little bit and looked at all of the fun things that they had. And we checked out a little bit of the Cobra Kai panel, but we were in the very back and it was a little bit hard to hear. This whole thing is very low budget, I will say, like, especially coming off D23. It's a little like, what's the word, like cut and paste? Yeah, but it was fun. It was a whirlwind and I'm still processing it. So I hope this video serves as a memory when I inevitably forget the wildness that ensued, because it was so much to take in. It really was. But I hope you enjoyed this little story time and let me know if you want me to talk about Wednesday. More Netflix. This video is not sponsored by Netflix. It's not sponsored at all. And I love you all. Stay beautiful, people. Bye!